Hi, welcome to Trochilus. Up now, we got another new instrument look. We're going to do an unboxing on another Trochilus 6th tuned harmonica. I'll give you a link to the first one I got was a low F in the F6 tuning. So this one is same setup, just a different key and a little bit higher key in key of B flat. So just to give you an idea of what to expect, that's come in a very small box. Now this is available from Amazon. If you go on Amazon and search for this, you'll find some links there to the JDR store. Some of the rare offerings aren't on the Amazon site, even though I think this came from within the United States, just based on some of the tracking and so forth. But if you don't find it on the Amazon site, you can go to the JDR site and they'll have all the options. That's what I did with this one. So this was ordered from the JDR site. First when I did that, I'm pretty sure it came all the way from China, or direct from China. All of these come from China. This one I think did originate in the US, but you can see here, here's the box, it says B flat 6. So what this is, if you're not familiar with this, is a chromatic harmonica without valves. So none of the wind sabers. And there are 3 varieties, or 4 really, 4 varieties, and you can kind of see the colors on the box. So I won't go into all the detail. You can look for other videos on pop tuning or the Richter tuning. What I have is called the solo tuning with the 6 variety, which means your blow notes are going to be a 6 chord, in this case a B flat 6 chord. If you're thinking in terms of a C harmonica, which I usually do, it would be C, E, G, A would be the 4 blow notes, and then you repeat those, C, E, G, A, and C, E on the top end, so 10 hole with slide. Now on the last video with the F, I was not sure what was going on with the slide in at the top end. Turns out it's not too mysterious. All you're doing there, instead of getting an E sharp, right, an E sharp or an F, you already have that on the blow side. So instead of doing that, what they've done is tune that very highest note with the slide in to be the G note, right? So it would be C, E, G. You get that extra note that you could not get from the slide notes, or from the draw notes slide in, right? So those last 2 holes, you would get C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and then E, G. But on the draw, it would have been F, and F sharp. So let's see if that's true for this harmonica. It ought to be. So we'll do just a brief playing sample here and see what we get out of the box. Yep, so that's what that does. So we'll go chromatic scale using the slide. Whoops. B flat. This has to be A sharp on the draw. Right. So yeah, I wasn't checking on the tuner, but sounds good to me. So what we're going to do with this, I'm just going to play it. So I picked out a song. Now, this is an unboxing, so not sure what's going to happen. But I picked a song out of the Jamey Aebersold Maiden Voyage book. I picked out the easiest blues song I could find. This is song number 3, E-flat blues shuffle time. So we're just gonna put that on and give it a go and see what happens. So let's do that.
3, 4.
Okay, so you can see I need a lot of practice on this. Just really fumbling around trying to find notes and scales. So that's going to take some work. But the cool thing about the B flat is that I'll have a much easier time finding charts and tunes written out for B flat than I could with the F. So that's cool. I don't think I'm going to go any higher than this. I really like the sound of the lower tuned harps. So I don't think I'm going to go really any higher, C or D or anything like that. I'd really like it if they came out with either a low C or a low E flat. That would be even better for my playing. But we'll see. I can probably use the F harp with an E flat chart with a little finagling. So maybe we'll try that upcoming on the channel. But I think that's enough for today. So yeah, have fun.